welcome back, my ducks. I hope you had a nice time. Hope you have a nice time too.
Hello, and welcome to a very special episode of the Geek Initiative. I am Isaac, DM as ever, in full DM costume. It's not as warm as you might think. I'm going to pass to my left for some slightly spooky introductions.
Hello, I'm Rengoku.
Hello, I am Dusk.
Hello, Alcador.
I'm Magnus.
Hello, I'm Rhi-koo. And I'm Tavriel.
So, when we left off...
Thank you very much, by the way, Atomic Crusade, for your subscription. Yeah. Very cool of you.
Yeah. Cheers, buddy.
Last we left off, we were in a new place. In a new city, Dolrath, in the astral plane. And in Dolrath, you've been guided to a new place. Thank you very much, Atomic Crusade, for a lot of gifts on.
5 gifted subs, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We love you.
We didn't even turn around and ask you to do something.
We're not even exploiting you for
to
it.
threaten.
So, in Dolrath, there are many attractions, but currently you are being guided to your quarters. You're being afforded the diplomat's quarters because that is what you are.
Has it got strong floors?
That is a slightly concerning question.
Well, I'm just thinking of Malcador.
The whole building is stone carved.
Don't know what you mean.
So, yeah, the whole building is carved of stone.
We're going deaf then.
So you will be perfectly safe.
Hmm.
Don't know what you mean.
I'd like a room near the door.
So the main room itself, that is a kind of open hallway. It's almost like it's a dining hall. It seems that these are a large set of bedrooms off of one shared quarters. It's like a large apartment set, wherein everybody will have their individual room in the city, in this apartment, and then there is a kitchenette. There's basically everything you would need to live here for any length of time you wish.
Student housing.
Basically, yes, it's student housing. You have, but it's nicer. It's it's furnished. It's comes stocked. There's food in. It's a fancy hotel. It's just that you have 6 individual bedrooms.
Shouldn't there be 7? No, 8.
There are 6 individual bedrooms for you. There are 2. So before the diplomat party was only 6. So they are currently constructing 2 extra apartments. They have already set workers about it.
Okay.
It's just that they are not off of this main room. They are constructing an additional corridor for them to be on within the diplomat's quarters. So you are afforded the opportunity to take a long rest if you want to, but I don't believe anyone needs one.
I wouldn't say no to one. One was available.
Alcador,
Yes.
try not to blow open the floor.
I'm perfectly certain that the experiments I'll be doing from this point forwards contain measurable amounts of black powder.
So
Measurable.
Yes.
Measure
5.
So wait, you
4.
haven't been measuring, you've just been guessing.
Yes.
And you think herbalists are bad.
I love Malcador.
Well,
Have
it's
you-
called the scientific method. You have to fuck around to find out.
Have you tried diluting it down a bit?
I'm sure there's more to the scientific method.
We haven't had a dilute in ages. We haven't had a dilute in ages.
Wash your mouth. Drink something or something.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to go and have a look at this Colosseum they had and see
Yeah, I
what's
want
going
to see
on
a
there.
fight. I want to see if they're any good.
So as you are kind of guided in, it's the auto-gnome that you met last week. Kind of
Oh shit, I've forgotten.
stands in the doorway once you've been shown to your apartments. Kind of bows ever so slightly. Thank you very much for joining us in Dolrath. You are most welcome, and if there's anything we can attend to, please let us know.
We
Cool.
will.
Could you show us to the Colosseum and show us around, if possible?
Yes. I will contact one of my superiors who is more able to guide you within the city than I. They will be along very shortly.
Fair enough.
What do you reckon powers him?
I'd like to
don't
find
know.
out, but apparently you can't do that to sentient creatures. Bloody
I mean, it
ethics.
is kind of a form of torture.
Well, apparently it's sentient, which is quite remarkable because
Has he gone yet?
No. He stood in the doorway.
I'm going to wait till he
looking
goes, and
slightly
then I'm going to say
put out.
something else.
sorry, yeah, apparently you're sentient. So it's
I would like to think so, yes.
yes, it's sort of frowned upon to go tinkering with sentient things, not without
So-
their permission anyway.
Sentient means you're
I am free thinking.
free thinking. Are you scared of death?
Growing more so by the moment that I share conversation with you, sir.
There is
No, that's
nothing
sweet.
to
That's so cute. I think we might be good mates.
Go on then. What's his name?
He kind of gives
Bob.
he kind of gives the vibe that he is definitely like he's not worried about losing his job over that. Like normally a servant wouldn't disrespect you like that, but he is definitely not worried about it.
Yeah, that's fine. He's all right. He'll do.
He kind of so one of the important details, he's got a little monocle, almost embossed. It's not a real monocle, but it looks like he's got an emblazoned one upon his like skin, made of metal.
Distinguished gentleman.
It seems as if he is perhaps one of the higher servants in the house. And he kind of nods his head, says, I have matters to attend to within the house. That's the wrong voice, but here we are.
Who said that?
It's fine. I have matters to attend to within the house. He kind of bows his head, and my name is Alfred.
Alfred.
Pleasure.
Suspicious.
Enchanted.
But that's fine.
He kind of... It was a pleasure to make your acquaintance, emissaries of Tantalon. I shall be seeing you at some point, I'm sure.
Or maybe not.
My vision is excellent. He didn't seem to get the implication.
No. That's because he's not very smart.
He starts to wander off, kind of seems to leave graciously, and within a few minutes, so you've got a few minutes to kind of explore the apartment, see what is within.
Do you think he eats?
I'm opening cupboards. Yes. Oh, there's an iron there. It's called the trouser press.
Don't open the drawer by the bed.
You know what'll be in there?
Oh,
A bibble.
Yeah, bibble.
Gideon.
Who? Anyway, what do you reckon that bolt thing eats?
No idea.
Reckon poops?
Energy, perhaps?
Energy?
Well, it's got to be powered somehow.
Yeah. I was wondering if he actually eats. Like maybe carrots or something.
You hear a on the door,
Hello?
on the main door, so someone opens it presumably.
Oh.
And a warforged is stood on the far side of it.
Hello?
What's your name? What do you want?
Good evening. I am Bast. I am here to guide you within the city.
You're what?
My
He's
name
our-
is Bast.
He's our guide.
Bast.
Please, I prefer she, her.
Do you have a brother called Ard?
Oh.
No,
Do you reckon he is hard? She,
Maybe,
she,
I don't know.
I apologise. I couldn't tell the difference.
So you assume.
that's worse. You know that's worse, right?
Yeah.
This is Magnus.
Yeah. Bast is a warforged. She is wearing, it looks like a half plate, kind of, but it seems to be part of her body rather than part of, like armor that seems to be over the top of her. And she has a warhammer across her back, and a shield slung on her shoulder.
Apologies if my friend offended you. He seen you and just assumed it was all nuts and bolts.
She goes, oh, very good.
So you are sentient
Because there
then?
wasn't male or female clothing.
Yeah, you just assumed nuts bolts. Yeah.
Quite so.
Bast is
Also sentient.
Bast kind of looks at you and goes, oh, are you an artificer?
Yes. See, it's nice to see. Some people recognise me for my craft. Not like you lot.
I do.
You've probably seen
I
back.
like your big boom stuff.
So beside Bast appears, like basically walking into the door frame, is Alfred again.
Alfred, watch out, that's a door frame.
My patience is tested already. And Alfred kind of goes, yes, this is Bast. She is going to be your guide and protector within the city. She will act as your bodyguard.
Are we
I'm sorry, I don't.
liable to be attacked?
If you're hoping to,
Depends what we do.
if you're hoping to head to the Colosseum,
Yes.
then it is possible that some of the crowd may get rowdy. They may accidentally cause harm where it's not meant.
Oh, trust me, like, I think we can. I mean, we appreciate it, though. I'm certain we can fend for ourselves.
But for you to then strike a member of our populace
Oh,
is then a diplomatic event all itself.
so it's for their protection.
It's
not
their
ours.
protection and yours.
So, if someone was to attack, we're not allowed to return back. We just stand back and let Bast do the job.
I assure you, she is most capable. And she kind of, she removes her helmet and kind of holds it at her side. She's beaming. So she's got wood and metal face, kind of blue crystals for eyes. And
Beautiful eyes.
she,
They're worth money.
they don't seem like gemstones. They seem like some kind of crystalline glass.
Pretty.
And they, so Bast's eyes seem to glitter slightly as she kind of looks between you all. I'm more than happy to defend you by any means necessary. It is my sworn duty as the protectors of the emissaries.
Wonderful. I see no issue.
There was a lot of words there. Didn't hear a thing.
Is this your
It's her
first
job
time?
to look after them.
Is this your first time protecting emissaries?
I have served as the protector of any emissary from Dantalon or any other city that has visited the city of Dolrath for 400 years.
And he's bored of that.
There's quite a lot of downtime in between. I fight in the pits.
Is that where we're going?
Oh yes,
So,
Are you going to show us what you can do?
if you specifically request it.
would
Yeah, we request it.
Would we be permitted to fight?
Upon entering the pit, you will be signing a contract wherein you would be no longer considered an emissary for the duration of your time within the pit.
Go on, Rengoku. Do it. Do it.
If absolutely necessary, we may have to consult with the brigadier, but once he is consulted, I believe it would be possible.
Sounds like a party.
Excellent.
Better not be.
Are there fights to the death? Or is it just a friendly, first blood or...
Is there anything friendly about fighting?
Yeah, very friendly.
So-
Spar and everything.
No,
Bas goes,
never heard of that.
the last time I was in the pit, the only humanoid opponent I faced was a person of ill repute, or poor moral standing. I saw to it that they would not be acting on such behaviours ever again.
Oh, I see how this goes. So your main supply of people for the pits are criminals, yes?
It is an optional punishment. You may elect the pit or the other punishment that is available.
Which I suppose is
Worse than
I'm flipping a coin, death.
No. Well, it depends on the crime.
Hard labour.
It changes based upon the crime, as does your sentence within the pit. Most people choose the pit.
Sounds like a fun place.
That's not an ominous phrase, even slightly.
She said it
would
beaming.
most
She was
men-
very. She was.
Why would
If
most
you can't
people
do the
choose
time,
pit?
Don't do the crime.
Well, there is that, but
No,
there's
don't
also
get
the
You're a paladin.
And I was a guard. I know the system. Don't get caught. Then you get away with it.
Fair enough.
Only how
To the
to get
pit.
caught.
oh dear.
So,
Is there anything to be won in the pit? Is there any, other than the thrill of fighting? What is there?
when you enter optionally, you win a prize pot generated by a small sum of, or a small percentage sum of the bets that were made on you in the pit.
Nice.
And are these one-on-one fights?
Some are team, some are unbalanced fights. My favourite kind are myself versus a group of others.
And I'm guessing the reward is higher for that.
Yes, it's more risky. The longer the odds are, the more you will be rewarded, the higher your percentage count.
Is anybody thinking what I'm thinking?
Do you think of entering us all in together? Because I would rather watch one of these before we nail ourselves to that particular mark.
Oh no, I'm thinking it's a way of earning money while we're here.
I was just, wondering how strong you were, and I thought that, rather than just watch, the best thing to do is go up against you.
I am sworn to never bring harm to an emissary, even if they have sworn themselves to the pit for a brief time.
All I'm saying is that it's no different to me, but I have a feeling that if Dantalon's emissaries were not to return, that'd be a bit of a shame.
If you go in, do you get healed?
If you are innocent and enter willingly, you will be healed if you are spared by the crowd.
At this point in time, Magnus, and I know what you're suggesting. Remember the last time we tried to take on someone to test how powerful they were?
Yeah, the DM cheated.
I did no such thing.
No.
That's
we
an ability
we
he
got our
has.
arse handed to us. I was thinking,
Hang on. You're starting to sound a bit like a
No.
tabaxi.
no, I'm thinking, go in one-on-one, gauge sort of level of one-on-one, then go from there. Start off, gauge what sort of fights they are, then work away and see if we can take the other thing. Because then if we go in the team, we can always turn and say, like to Dusk, hey, would you
Why do
come
you
and help
keep
us
turning
out?
around?
I mean, just like taking care and not trying to actually die.
Oh, okay.
Like, we want to profit from this.
Do you? I thought we were just doing it for fun.
It is also important to note that if you are healed, you have to pay in to cover the cost of the resources to heal you.
I mean, that sounds fair.
Oh, so you can make some money by healing people.
Yeah.
With
So-
your magic touch.
If we're innocent and we enter willingly, we'll be healed
If the crowd likes it.
the crowd decides to spare us.
And then
And
you get
you
charged
have the
for
funds to do so.
And if the crowd decides not to spare us,
Perish.
You will not be healed.
It's a good thing we've got people that can heal that will just do it for us.
Oh, I think
they're
democracy
allowed
should
to.
have its way.
Unless you were being an arse.
If someone you know could heal you, but the crowd has said no, are they still allowed to heal you?
If they do, you are subject to the court of public opinion.
Uh-oh.
I still think it's worth the risk.
However,
I reckon you should still do it, yeah.
However, as emissaries of Dantalon, I will allow no harm to come to you.
But we might not be liked very much.
I
That
say
is-
we do it.
within your purview as emissaries to maintain your relationship with our people.
Now, I've only just started practicing this diplomancy, but the thing that concerns me is we get involved in a fight, we get kicked about a bit, we then go, no, but we're diplomats, use our status, and at that point the common people here will go, no, we don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
We don't want to
the
train
people
you.
going in would probably be the ones that would be willing to go in. Like, I'm up for it. I want to see what it's
I
like
reckon
here
you
in
should
town.
definitely do it.
I want to see, but I don't want to fight.
Yes,
I
I'm the
reckon
same.
Tavrion should definitely go and do it as well.
But Bast kind of goes, apologies. Reaches into her pouch and pulls out a small sending stone.
Mm-hmm.
It appears that she's received a message of some kind. She taps it and it seems to be listening to something in her mind.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if one of us just goes in, the others can see, and then if later on some of the rest of us want to go in, I mean, I'm willing to go in. I don't know if Magnus might want to go in for a bit of exercise.
Well, I'll see what the odds are like first. I'll see how you handle yourself.
Let me...
Because as we know, in a one-on-one fight, like Magnus was like the quicket. I mean, we could always send Rook in if at some point. That'd be fun. It was fun.
Send Rook in.
I think they should have
their own.
Rook
They'll
has a
decide
choice.
whether to go in or not.
Rook kind of looks at you and goes,
Remember when you beat up Malkador and you got to punch the crap out of someone in a one-on-one fight?
fighting should be safe.
Okay, maybe Rook won't want to go in.
Malkador's going to neck an experimental elixir, and depending on the result, will depend whether he fights or not.
Look
Look at him go.
The thing is, if you roll rat, we have to turn you into a rat.
That's just how it works.
Was
He's
that the
just
rat-
quicker,
that-
swift.
Was that the rat urine?
It was not. No, it was it's the swift potion. But the problem is that I now have to talk very fast for the next hour because that's the effect it has on Malkador.
You know what you really should do?
Hmm?
Put labels on these things.
I really should, but yeah, once I kind of stabilise a compound, but it never kind of seems to me that I get a concurrent result. I only know what it is when I drink it. Once I've drunk it, I've drunk it.
You need to come up with a name for
There's
this
a
potion.
flaw in your plan.
So I've kind of come up with this one in that once it wears off, it makes me cough. So I'm probably going to call it coffee.
Sounds like a good thing.
Nah, sounds terrible to me.
I'm debating.
Come on!
That was so good.
That was so
It's clever.
It was clever. Yeah, it wasn't a pun. It was
Yeah.
thought out. It's
I'll
based.
take the psychic damage on his back.
Harry's saying no. Harry's saying no.
There were names. There were
Harry in the booth has given the thumbs down.
So
I
the
believe the court of public opinion dictates that a D4 is to be rolled.
Chat, tell me that it was good.
Hang on though. Tavrion did just say, I'll take the
I'll
D4.
take the D4 for
Now, what I believe is when someone takes it, doesn't it turn to 20 D4?
Sure. Yeah, you won't.
Go on, say yes, D.
He's already
Say
nearly
yes.
killed you before. Don't make him actually do it.
Chat says it was passable.
It was passable.
Yeah.
Thank you, Court of Public Opinion.
That is not how it works.
Do a poll if you need to, Harry.
We will be doing 1 point of psychic.
One. Thank you.
Thumbs
down.
See the reasonable DM.
But yeah, I think we should head into this Colosseum once Bast is done receiving her
So,
message.
Bast
why not?
puts the sending stone away and kind of says, I have contacted the Brigadier. He has requested your presence.
We didn't bring any presents.
Briefly, before you conclude on your journey to the Colosseum.
Oh. Does he want to join us?
That's not fun.
Why? Let's see if he can fight.
You have a job to do. This isn't fun. This is
He's-
diplomacy.
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 Diplomancy.
I like the idea that Tabrion's just slowly losing it.
Yeah, ever since that near-death experience,
He's just not been with it.
he's not been the
The
same.
nihilism.
The nihilism's set in.
So,
He longs for the void.
you miss his phone.
He's in the void.
We're not, we're in the astral plane.
No, not
He
that
can have the void.
He's in the void as bowels.
Yes. So, Bast says, I will guide you to his quarters now.
If we must.
Wonderful. Back on track.
She
Make sure you knock.
places her helmet upon her head, and as she looks at you, it seems like the glowing of her eyes has turned into motes of flame within the helmet.
Flame on.
It's a right, Bast. Rengoku will protect you.
I think it's her job to protect us.
I know I was trying to be funny. I'm not very good at it.
So she kind of looks down at you and kind of goes, I appreciate the gesture, but I assure you, I will be fine.
Good.
Kind of keeps her weapons shouldered, but she's kind of about turn, kind of a military style step. And when you are ready, please join me out here. And kind of waits by the door.
I'll follow straight out.
Okay.
So,
I will also join.
Yeah, I'll step out as well.
Okay.
And Malkador beats us all out.
Yes.
He's very fast.
Because he's really quick.
Malkador's beat us out, run around the house, and be like, "Ee."
Well, so I'll put it this way: for the next hour, he's got 40 foot of movement.
Malkador and Rook are having a little race.
Yeah, 40 foot of movement for the next hour.
Pyra is going to stay here. She's going to kind of make sure that everything is in order. Checking for any kind of
Traps.
listening agents or anything like that within the rooms.
Don't
Stay
die.
safe.
Don't die.
She doesn't say that aloud to you, but that's definitely what she's doing. And Rook will be joining you.
Could probably do the rogue with her.
Don't die while we're gone.
I can't be bothered.
So, moving into the corridor, she says, follow me, and begins to march, a quick march down the corridor.
Is Alfred coming with us?
No, he kind of goes the other way, and he doesn't say goodbye or anything. He just kind
I'll just go behind.
yeah, he's just
Fucks off.
fucks off. So, as you're heading down the corridor, Bast takes a kind of seemingly random set of turns. There seems to be no directions. It's like a warren of tunnels. They are, however, regimented. They are grid-like in that they are straight, and it's all right angles and all that kind of stuff.
Oh no. We're in Milton Keynes.
Keep turning right, we'll get there eventually.
Come on, if my clever pun was D4, that bloody well should have been.
It made him laugh though.
I did chuckle.
Didn't you look for the coffee? You looked for the coffee.
I also giggled. It's thumbs up from me.
What the heck?
This is anti-Malkador. The anti-Malkador anti.
Diplomancy.
Diplomancy manifest.
Yeah.
So, there's stairs up that seem to lead to a rather plain-looking door with a brass plate on it that reads Brigadier. Now, did anyone write his name down? Because I know it.
I did.
But I want to make sure that all of you know it.
I did.
I did,
I did.
but I can't read anything without my glasses.
Fair enough.
Oh,
you
wait,
get that.
No, I wrote down the other 5, but not the Brigadier.
I can read my 6
I think
bonuses
he's
and
on that
that's it.
side.
He's not called Gift. That's his
That's his race.
Or is he a GIF? I can't remember. I thought he-
Pridball,
He's a
the
gift.
Brigadier.
I think he's on the
Dilworth.
GIF side.
Brigadier
Dilworth?
Pridball.
Is that him?
Pridball.
No.
Pridball.
Pridball, that's the one.
Yeah.
See, Malkador's good for something.
Oh, I did write it down.
He's a GIF.
He is. So on,
He's a gift.
on the door it says Brigadier Pridball.
No, still can't read it.
Bast approaches the door, knocks quite firmly, and then steps to the side to allow you to enter.
I think
You hear from the far side of the door, enter!
after you, Lady Dusk, as you were doing the
Thank you.
talking for us before.
That doesn't automatically mean I'll continue to do so. Depends how this brigade, for want of a better word, conduct themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, aren't we here to say you two want to fight?
Yeah.
So
Probably.
you two want to talk about it?
Yeah, maybe you should attempt it first. Huh?
I might want to fight. I more want to see him get his ass kicked.
Why?
So,
Because it's fun.
I don't.
He just likes
I'll
watching it.
speak to the brigadier.
Yes, I'll join.
whilst you are discussing this in the corridor,
Starting.
are you out there or not?
Yes,
Yes,
we're
we're
coming.
coming.
The door swings open of its own accord.
Yes,
Once
we're
you-
coming.
Once you say so.
As we all go in,
Mm.
I'm going to go in the middle of the group and then I'm going to hide it in plain sight.
Roll a stealth check.
Just for the hell of it. This is going to be interesting because I can't actually read.
Seems like a flawed plan.
Natural one.
Is that one?
Statistically unlikely. Love it.
Arse!
So as you crouch down, Bast steps alongside you and says, "Did you drop something?"
No, the floor looked comfortable. Thought I'd see it.
He 100% dropped his glasses.
Um,
What can
Okay.
we do for you, Brigadier?
Yeah,
The brigadier
Hold that.
is sat behind a desk. So this room is it's not opulent. It seems it's nice. It's well decorated.
Presidential.
It's not presidential. It's
Sufficient.
It's efficient. Is definitely the word. It's filled with what seem like arcane apparatus and various brewing implements, and it seems to be lots of different small arcane hobbies that he seems to be pursuing independently. And
There aren't any herbs around.
none that are visible.
It's a shame because I really liked this character.
Does anything look valuable?
Quite a lot of it looks very valuable, but more because of what it does than what it's made of. These are very specific implements.
And forgive me,
Mm.
I'm assuming that we perhaps wouldn't know what they do.
You don't know what most of them do.
I might know what some of them do.
We will roll for that in a moment. Okay? So, the floor is wooden plank. It's just very, very plain. It's very well sanded, very well cared for. Walls are made of the same stone as before. It's very plain. It seems very much like a regular apartment.
Utilitarian.
It is indeed utilitarian. The roof seems to have a large circle of arcane runes, with 14 different smaller circles around this circle, dotting the edge. And you can see on his desk he has several, like a big stack of papers on one side and a smaller stack on the other. He takes a paper from the smaller side and is writing on it as you walked in, and he finishes the sentence he was on. Right. What can I do for you? I know that you wanted something.
You called for us.
It was relayed. I have some business with you, but I'm aware that you are after something as well.
I was interested in getting permission to fight in the pits.
Ah, that's perfectly all right. As emissaries and diplomats.
Oh, but I don't want the people to know that we are when we go. I don't want it to be that, oh, let's take it easy on them, because no, I want...
No. We've had this before. The previous guard that was brought with the, let's put it this way. There was a champion of the pit who came from Dantalon, who remained after the navigator left for the last time. He fought many, many years. Long since dead. But he took a shine to the pits. He really loved it. You are welcome, as an emissary and a diplomat, to sample our culture. And I believe the best way to do that is from within it. So, I can have an identity made for you. that will permit you to fight with it.
Thank you very much.
Suicide wish granted.
Excellent. So Rengoku, you, me, and Tavrion can all go and have a fight.
Well, definitely me and you. I don't really.
He holds up his hand and seems to be, again, this circular magic appears around his hand. He seems to be twisting, turning, and with the quill in his hand, he seems to be writing like runes around the edge. And then as he flourishes it, it kind of dissipates into a scroll in his hand. Scrolls it out and then kind of writes upon the bottom that it's signed by him, and hands it to you. Says it's basic, and he says, "Oh, this will afford you a new identity. Present this to the administrator within the pit, and you will be treated as nobody."
Is this easily reversed?
It is a legal matter.
Okay, so if Rengoku would get into trouble, we could pull him out of there.
Oh, but that's not the point. That's no fun, is it?
Not within good time. It must be perceived that he has died. We must, if he falls within the pit, it must be seen that he has fallen within the pit.
I know you're going.
There is no...
Try.
There is no fooling the crowd. You can't just resurrect them and say, oh, they didn't deserve it. They can pay for it.
I think it'll not being given enough credit. I don't intend to fall.
Here. Oh, good. I should hate to see something terrible happen. It was a real shame. Tell me, are you from Dantalon?
Like yourselves. I'm from a different plane.
Ah, an entirely new fighter. Something we've not seen before. The crowd will love it. I've not seen blades of your type, this ilk, before. I wish you the best of luck in the pit. Will you be joining?
Potentially, yeah.
He wants to see what it's like before he decides if it's for him. He's got particular tastes, my small friend.
He creates another scroll the same way, presents it to you and says, all you need to do is hand it in.
Excellent.
Oh, he's already settled on a name. If you just write down Captain Green.
That actually is my name now. Captain Magnus Green.
Regardless, your new name, when you hand it over, they will fill it in. This is they know what this document is. This is a fairly common procedure.
Oh, okay.
If someone wishes to enter the pit anonymously.
Oh, right, so I just go there and I tell them what I want them to call me. Excellent.
Sort of like a pseudonym, fighter name, you know?
Ah, yeah. A big, brave name.
A sword name.
My brother, actually, fights in the pits under a pseudonym so that he doesn't get preferential treatment or, assassinated because he's my brother.
Nice. Do they not recognise him?
Why?
Does nobody know what your brother looks like then?
No.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Do you know what your patrician's brother looks like?
I don't think he's got one.
He's got lots of relations that look very identically similar to him, but they are definitely not brothers.
He kind of...
That's fair enough. I wasn't sure if your brother was publicly known.
No.
And that's why you went anonymously.
The surname, you see.
But now we've sorted that, what did you wish to...
Yes. To the matter at hand. Truly, I only needed to speak to a few of you. But now that you're all here, I'm not keeping a secret from you. I shall speak plainly. Amongst you all, several of you are arcane in nature. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
You know the arts in some capacity.
Yes.
In a way, I do.
Twiggly finger stuff.
Lanaran, who has been very quiet up to now, is... Yes, sir. Good. A lot of you who are capable. I want you to tell me something. He stands up from behind his desk and steps over towards one of the side tables. It seems to be some kind of arcane device. Can you tell me what this is? Roll Arcana. If you are so inclined. I'm aware that Magnus will do so.
Mr. GM,
That'll be 20.
as it is a device, and I am an artificer,
Indeed.
may I potentially roll with advantage?
I may permit it.
Thank you very much.
And I rolled a dirty 20.
15 and 18.
And I needed it because that's a 4 and a fucking 5.
So 13.
15.
Unlimited power. Now. So, please ignore Emperor Palpatine. The hood brings
Isaac,
something out.
Isaac, being so insidious.
Take a d4.
I didn't say you were insidious.
So, results going around the table.
15.
20.
20. Oh dear. With advantage.
Yeah, with advantage it was a 4 and a 5.
Oh, bud.
Yeah, I know. One of the things you're supposed to be
Whoa,
good
I'm
at.
sorry. This is magic related. It should have been disadvantage.
No, it's a device.
18.
13.
Okay. So,
On a random note, hey Magnus, what do you get for an Arcana? Can you beat a 5?
let's see if Magnus beats a 5. Go on. That no.
5.
I like the idea that both of you are just stood there looking at it like, man.
It's a device of some kind.
So the device in question seems to be some kind of almost like a miniature solar system kind of thing. You can see at the centre of it like a glowing mote of fire, and surrounding it different orbs that seem to be orbiting.
It's a music box.
Those who got 15 or more
Yeah.
are aware that this isn't familiar to you. You don't know what it is, but you do know that one of these domes, this orb, one of them, is very, very, very familiar. You can see when you look at it, look very close. It looks like Dantalon. Another, for anyone who got 20 or more, looks like Dolrath. And there are another 12 of these orbs.
And they rotate.
They seem to be orbiting around this moat
Okay.
within the middle.
It's like kind of like a spatial atlas. Okay, so this may enable us to plan future journeys. I'd be interested to hear Elanaran's opinion.
That is definitely.
So Lanaran,
Ooh, actually, question. Do any of the other ones appear familiar to me?
Yes.
Wonderful.
I was waiting for that question.
There we go.
That's the void!
So, no. So you can see
Yeah.
what would be your home plane. The orb that you are from is a particular one of these, and it is. There's not like a name for the city. It's just the Enclave, and it is mostly a forested area with one large tree in the centre. The big tree.
The big tree.
The big tree. What else would you call it?
I thought elves were supposed to be like
fanciful.
Yes, we'll call it Glachian and Glachian, the eternal.
The man rolled
Tree.
The man rolled for his name.
we might roll to name the tree.
Should we roll to name the tree? Harry, quick! Tree list!
I will get you a list of tree names.
Watch it, it's just going to be like named Oak.
Nah, I reckon Steve.
Then
Need to
again,
think, like, use like a list of ents or something.
we named our planet Earth,
Continue
so you
playing,
know.
I will get you a name, a list of names.
I can't wait to roll for tree.
Roll for tree.
He's rolling for what kind of wood it is.
To be fair, you could roll now, I'll generate the list and then I'll tell you.
I'm rolling.
Rolling.
Whatever it is, it's 3.
The almighty Balsa.
Or
Wait, so you
18.
rolled a tree for a tree?
Tree for tree.
Fantastic. I'd have it no other way.
This tree is called Sally.
I hope so.
So the
It's a really pretty name.
Should we Sally for? Hey.
Oh!
I'm letting that pass. I'm letting it go.
I didn't even know. I didn't even clock that. I'm kind of glad that I didn't.
Made me wince. It was that bad.
And you know that the Enclave is represented here, and it is definitely your home. You know it. But obviously, you and your father and
We left.
the fair few. I mean, it's not a huge number. Probably about 100 children, maybe.
Okay, guys, the name of the tree is Verdantis the Worldbinder.
Verdantis
That's
the world.
That's pretty
Brilliant.
sick.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's write it down.
Verdantis the Worldbinder.
So Ivy.
Remember that in 10 episodes.
It sounds like Ivy to me.
Wait, so basically it's the world tree.
It's
No.
the world binder.
It's the Worldbinder,
If it was the world tree, it would be called Ugrasil.
and it would be, and it would
Yes,
say
it would.
the World Tree afterwards.
D4 tree damage.
D4 tree. So the so you know that
Yeah.
the Enclave, looking at it, is the closest of these to this central object.
The very centre.
The fire.
Yes, the mote of fire.
Ooh.
Making him working his way out.
It seems to be that it orbits very closely.
So does the motive thing, is it just like a flame in the centre, or is it
So
a scorcher thing?
no, it is a literal mote of fire. It seems to be that it's kind of. It doesn't look like a star as you would know them, or a sun, or anything to that effect. It is. It seems like it's some kind of energy, rather than a mass of plasma or something to that effect. It is definitely a magical thing, rather than a.
Did you say it looks like flame?
It looks like a fire.
Do you reckon that's where Pyra's from?
Why?
Well, she's a fire elemental, isn't she? And that looks like fire. And I just wonder whether or not, if that's
You know
where
what?
it's from and that's
I
where you're
can't
from.
fault his logic.
That
It might.
that is some very straightforward thinking.
So
that
concrete thinking is where I was
Well,
going
yeah.
with that. Yeah.
What's concrete?
Black and white.
So it's a big ball at the centre of the galaxy that looks like fire, which is what? Which
Well, she's a fire elemental,
there
so
was
it
a
comes
giant
from something
explosion that rent the
It would-
universe asunder.
that's fiery.
It would
Funnier than that.
by the looks of it, it's some device that's showing all the different orbs and where they lie in comparison. Because I know that one there is Dantalon, and I can only assume if one of them is Dantalon, perhaps one of them is here. And
just to interject, I learned a big word there. Interject.
Don't hurt yourself.
Well, you're saying that's Dantalon.
Yes. If you look really, really close.
Yeah. Now you've pointed it out, I can see it. The only problem is, it doesn't look like an upside down mountain. Because that's what Dantalon currently looks like.
So these are orbs that contain a representation of. I.e., there's not fields around it either. It's just the city itself.
Sorry, I thought you meant that.
No, they're not literal.
So in which case, I will take all that back because I completely misheard. And I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would appear...
I don't think it's a live stream.
What's the brain?
Behind, so one of them is potentially here. It's just, what are the other orbs?
How exciting.
He kind of looks at them. Well, we've only ever established contact with Dantalon, the Enclave, and one other.
Which one is that?
One?
Points out the very not the central fire, but and not the Enclave, but the one next out, so the next nearest, and points it out as this. Some form of. We've not really been able to communicate with them. They speak very different languages to us. And, oh dear. Some form of creatures of stone. They appear to be elemental in nature. Perhaps Tao. But we can't seem to actually break through for communication. Or
now,
we can...
Can I just offer here Tavrion? Because he is brilliant with languages and understands most. I think he would be very willing to help you if it helps our diplomancy.
No, I don't. I can make people understand me. I not so much understand them necessarily.
That's better than nothing.
For the confusion.
Still better than nothing, isn't it?
That is a step forward.
Yeah, it is.
You could teach them parts of our language. Yes?
Yes, I have a power that would allow me to make them intrinsically understand what I say for an hour. I can only do that once a day, though. It's rather limited in scope.
It might take you a while.
That could be a good use of your talents, and I would very much appreciate it.
Perhaps.
But you are correct. This is a representation of the material plane. Within it, we have many bubbles, many of these subdivisions of society. We are in the astral plane. We have parts of the material plane, we have parts of the elemental plane, kind of points at different things, parts of the astral plane, that all have seemed to end up in this same space. According to all known laws, this shouldn't be the case. But this is what we have observed. Time, as you understand, works differently here. I have fleeting memories of a time, of a distant place, where this was not the case. I believe something is wrong.
We can certainly concur with that, because if Dantalon's a long way away from where we last were, both in miles and time.
He nods. Well, it's important.
You understand my reference?
He He nods to him. But I will not take your time further. This is your downtime. There is much to learn.
And many people to fight.
I'm going to sidle up to Dusk. Hey, Dusk. I'm going to whisper to her. So you might have to bend down a bit. Because I'm short. Does he know that we're from the future?
I don't know. I was just hinting in case he picked up
Should we
on
just
it.
tell him?
No.
Because I thought he might.
No,
He
because
might
at
have
the moment
contact.
we're emissaries from Dantalon. We don't need to specify when.
Yeah, I was just thinking
Dantalon.
overall.
Overall, we may need to tell him, but if we're going out on a jolly for
I'm
you
just
two to
thinking,
play,
if he's got these wonderful toys, he might potentially have a
Magnus.
solution for our problems.
Magnus, have you
Yes.
ever heard the phrase delayed gratification?
Yeah, in that where you kill
wait.
someone and then in the morning you still feel good about it.
No, you wait for what it is that you want.
Oh, I normally just smash and grab.
He kind of looks between the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you understand. All of you, in fact. The travellers from anywhere at all are welcome in unearth.
Thank you.
Okay.
That is most kind.
I think it's important that you make use of the time that you have here.
Indeed.
Obviously, you must return home soon. Otherwise, you would be reported missing and such thing. Terrible, terrible.
People know where we are.
Yes, it is
We
only polite to return within good time.
Absolutely, but we do have associates in Dantalon who will raise the alarm if we are deemed to be away too long. So thank you for your concern.
And you have more navigators, yes? You only have one here. So they would be
We have
able to
people-
follow you.
We have people who are capable of using portals.
We are kind of a vanguard and advance party.
So make it sound like we're invading you fools.
No,
We're not.
absolutely.
No, we're an advance party of negotiators.
Oh,
and
right.
diplomats.
We are here for exactly the purpose that we said we were here. Okay, we are here to negotiate as a trade emissary.
But you know, I couldn't agree more. A bit of downtime, a bit of fun, do us all very good. Can I get one of those scrolls?
Are you going
He by all means creates one. And does anyone else need anything from Brigadier? Because he's pretty done with you.
No.
He mentioned in the last session about Malcador's magic.
Would you like to stay with him?
Yes.
And then while everyone else goes to the Colosseum?
Yes.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yes.
So,
Find a way to put everything back
Can
together.
I just ask him, when is our negotiations meant to start? How much downtime do we have?
you've got the rest of the day. Obviously time doesn't work the same here. But the Bast will inform you when it's important that you get rest so you can be awake for a good time. Negotiating, feast, etc. Provided we come to agreement terms. Tomorrow. But tomorrow I'll see you again.
Thank you, Brigadier.
Malcador, yes?
Yes.
I wish to speak with you further. Please remain.
Okay.
Whatever you do, don't talk to the sword in front of him. He might think you crazy.
Younger Ladaran, you remain as well.
So don't talk to the sword. He might think you're a bit crazy.
Oh, I talk to the sword all the time.
Malcador,
Yes.
be safe.
What?
You know what I mean?
Should be fine.
So, we're going to go to break, ever so slightly delayed, as an apology for us being slightly late. So, we will be back shortly. Thank you very much for joining us for part 1. We'll be back for Adventures in the Colosseum and Malcador may be learning something.
Wait, he's going to learn?
Well, that was all right, wasn't it? It was good fun. Stick around. There's more fun to be had.